Hi, I'm Chris for RightSizeLife.com. There are things in cooking that, no matter how hard we try, grow too large for a single meal. One of the biggest culinary culprits to get out of hand is pasta. So let's go to the kitchen and figure out how to measure, cook, and finally, use up all of our pasta. One of the blessings of pasta is that it comes in so many varieties and shapes. That is its charm. The problem with all that variety is figuring out how much to cook. Measuring fettuccine versus measuring elbow macaroni seems like two mutually exclusive tasks. For long pasta, some suggest using diameter. Small shapes lend themselves to a measuring cup. But there is one way that all pasta, regardless of its shape, can be easily measured, and that is by weight. When cooking for one or two, splitting up larger commercial quantities of product is a common task, and splitting by weight using a scale is a good option. Small kitchen scales are readily available in most mega stores and kitchen shops. For our size household, you really don't need a very big or sophisticated scale. No matter which scale you choose, it is worth the investment. They come in handy when trying to portion ingredients that are measured by weight, like cake and brownie mixes or boxes of pasta.
So, how much pasta do you need? Well, most pasta makers recommend about 2 ounces of dried pasta per person. This is where the scale comes in. Just put a container or a paper towel on your scale and zero it out. Then measure the amount you think you will need in ounces. It is just that easy. No guesswork.
Now, a word about pasta in general. We could do an entire documentary on types of pasta and how to cook it. Suffice it to say that besides the usual white flour pasta of our youth, there are a variety of higher fiber, colorful, even higher protein pastas on the market that are really amazing products. There's also a rapidly growing selection of alternative pastas made from things like beans, lentils, and alternative flours, with varying degrees of health benefits, textures, even quality. The only way to find out which you prefer is to experiment. Fortunately, pasta's cheap, so experimenting is both affordable and it's kind of fun.
Cooking pasta is really very easy. What you need is a large pot of boiling water and, of course, the pasta. Yes, you should salt the water. It makes the final product more flavorful. In my opinion, no, don't put oil in the water. Oil is used to reduce or prevent foaming. The easiest way to do that is use a large enough pot and leave plenty of room. Now, I almost always cook my pasta to the low end of what is recommended for the product. First, it will continue to cook a bit as you remove it from the pot and drain it. Second, it won't turn mushy when you add sauce, or, if you have leftovers, use it a second time. Finally, drain your pasta. I don't recommend rinsing it or putting oil on it. I place a strainer over the hot pan and put a lid over the strainer to help keep it warm.
Pasta is most commonly packaged between 12 and 16 ounces, depending on the maker. Some of these pastas even have an aggravating number of servings, like 6.5. Since we are now measuring by weight, we shouldn't have too many leftovers. However, if we do have some noodles left over, there is one dish that will use up pasta and make a great, comforting meal. It's called Pasta Carbonara, which is just a fancy way of saying eggs and pasta.
The basic ingredients for pasta carbonara are the cooked pasta, beaten eggs, onions, and garlic. Like any omelet or frittata, these are just the basics. You can also add a meat like bacon, pancetta, or sausage. Other vegetables like mushrooms, zucchini, and summer squash are fine, along with chopped olives, sun-dried tomatoes, and fire-roasted peppers. Herbs and crushed red pepper are, like all pasta dishes, a welcome addition. Making pasta carbonara is less about cooking and more about construction. Like any other stir-fry, there are some things you should add first. In this case, to a hot pan, add your bacon or pancetta and fully render. If you are not using meat, use a tablespoon of good quality olive oil. Once your pancetta is fully cooked, add the onions and any dried herbs, black and or crushed red pepper, and saute until translucent. At this point, you can add garlic, peppers, tomatoes, and any other vegetables that you desire. Saute them. Lastly, if you're going to add olives, add them now. When everything is fully incorporated, then add the pasta. Stir and fully heat through. Once the pasta is good and hot, add the eggs and cook them until they're set. Finally, finish with some fresh parsley if you desire. When you serve, you can top with more fresh parsley, and if you like, freshly grated Parmesan or Romano cheese.
Even with our smaller household, we shouldn't be afraid of pasta. It is possible to cook enough for one or two, nor should we shy away from pastas if we are looking to keep less refined and processed grains out of our diet. There are simply too many good, healthy pastas on the market today to take them completely out of our cooking. So welcome back an old, meal-stretching friend, pasta. You'll be glad it is back in your kitchen. And that is all for this video demo. You can find a written version of this demo along with other cooking and lifestyle tips at RightSizeLife.com. RightSizeLife.com is an online community dedicated to those living solo or in pairs. RightSizeLife.com. Big living on a small scale.